When I think back about when we decided to come to Trinity Prep, it started after a season where my older daughter, who was being homeschooled, we decided to put her in public school, and Claire was home by herself. She got lonely, kind of started isolating herself. Even when I wanted to just take her to the library or something, she would just say no and didn't want to go anywhere. And that's when we knew she needed to go somewhere. A friend of mine was bringing her son to Trinity Prep and recommended that we look into it. So we came up here and met with Mrs. Kent to find out if the school would be right for us. That day, whole interview, Mrs. Kent and I talked about the school. We walked around, looked at things, but she never said a word. She did not want to be here. And that isolation was pretty strong. But that first year that she started coming to school, I started to notice that there were some cracks that started to show, and she really started to come out of her shell.
It wasn't just so much being alone as being lonely, but I was very lonely. I didn't have many friends. Most of the friends that I did have were because of my sister, and with her not there, I didn't have anyone, really. So I was not happy about coming here at all. I was venomous. I was angry. I was angry at them for the entire summer before we came here. I was convinced they were making a mistake. I was comfortable being lonely because it was what I had known for so long in this several years of critical development. That's what I knew. Coming here was an interesting case. My social skills were not very good. I was not a kind person at all. Not really because I realized I was being unkind, but I thought that the way of being unkind was the way that you got friends. It was how you made people like you. About halfway through the school year, I started realizing that this isn't how you make friends. I was just sort of chasing people away. I started changing how I was acting around the people at school, but it took a long time. It took 2 years, and it took a bunch of people here at this school being very patient with me. So there's been one teacher who's been incredibly meaningful to me. Her name's Mrs. Turner. I have her for high school English. She's always so caring towards us, first of all. She practically treats her like her children, as in she loves us, and she always notices when we're downtrodden. She prays with us at the beginning of every class, and I know that she prays over that room a lot. I've just never met anyone quite like her.
She's really come into herself. It's like a different kid in some ways. Being here was definitely a blessing for our family because it helped Claire become more of who she needed to be, who God designed her to be. She is better with the people and the friends that she has met at Trinity Prep.